We all have goals. They're those things that push us to get up out of bed every single day. They motivate us to want to achieve bigger things, to become better, to be better, to make a difference in the world. I want to ask you an important question. Can you look back at today, at yesterday, and tell me honestly that you put in every single bit of effort, every single bit of heart and soul into that day to get you one step closer to where you want to be tomorrow? Did you do everything necessary today to help you achieve your goals? Tell me honestly. Because the truth is that if you want to be successful, if you want to get somewhere, if you want to be someone, if you want to prove yourself to the world, then you need to overcome all of those fears in your head. You need to stop procrastinating. You need to stop being lazy. You need to be honest. Take a good look at yourself and at the world and make a change. Because it is possible, no matter where you are, no matter what your circumstances, to become the person that you fucking want to be. Let me tell you my story. When I was younger, I was the most shy person. I was a little goody two-shoes student, and I was convinced that my path in life was to be an academic, to be a lawyer, and I had the biggest reality shock of my life last year when I realized that the reason that I had been following this path was not for myself, but was to meet the expectations that everybody else had of me. And it was at that point that I decided to make a change in my life. I took action. And I moved with one suitcase all the way over to the other side of the world, from Australia to Germany, with $500 or more of fees and debts that I had to pay, nothing in my pocket, into a 10 square meter apartment room with my boyfriend. It was the hardest step I've had to take in my life this far, but it was also that point where I took my life in my own hands and decided that I was going to achieve exactly what I wanted to achieve. When I was 15, I had an eating disorder, something not very many people know. I had a binge eating disorder which went on for quite a while, and since the age of 12, I had always had an unhealthy relationship with food and fitness. This meant that for 9 years, I struggled to gain acceptance with myself, with my body, be happy with myself, and have a healthy relationship with food and fitness. This took me 9 years. Just consider that, 9 whole years. After beating myself up, starving myself, overfeeding myself, being on either side of the extremes, to finding a place where I was able to finally take control of my body and made the decision that I was going to get that dream body of mine. And most people think that the hardest part when it comes to a decision like that is going to the gym, actually being active and choosing healthy foods over junk food. That wasn't the case because I was already eating healthy and I was already being fit. The hardest barrier I had to face was that one inside of my head. It was all of those voices from the past, from all of those failures that I had, telling me why I couldn't achieve this. And I took those thoughts apart. And to be honest with you, if there is something that you haven't achieved yet, that you are dreaming of, and there is something in your head telling you that you can't do it, or maybe it's your parents, maybe it's your friends, maybe it's even your partner, then you need to shit on them and not believe them and believe in yourself. You need to convince yourself that you can do it. Because if there is even the slightest bit of doubt in your mind that you cannot do something, then you are going to believe that and you won't be able to achieve it. Trust me on this. Because every time I restarted a diet and restarted, I had that little bit of doubt. And whether it was 1 week later, 2 weeks later, or even 3 weeks later, that little bit of doubt creeped back in somewhere and took over because I wasn't able to face it. And for me to finally be able to have a good relationship with fitness, with nutrition, for me to have a good relationship with myself, be proud of my body and love my body, for me to be able to start my business, for me to leave my home and move across the world, and For me to have the successful relationship with my boyfriend that I have today, it all took hard work, but most importantly, it was the work that I had to do for myself. I changed my mindset. I took all of my destructive thoughts and I faced my fears. I didn't let my emotions take control of me, because you cannot let your emotions take control of you. If you do, you are never going to be successful. Because successful people are those that step out of their comfort zone, and when they don't feel like doing something, they go out there and they do it. Do you think that I feel like going to the gym every day? Do you think that I feel like working every single day or picking salads or healthy foods over unhealthy foods? No. The difference is that I have my eyes set on the bigger picture. I know that those short-term temptations are going to get me nowhere in the long term. And you need to get up and do shit even if you don't feel like it. Not a lot of people tell you that. You often hear, if you don't feel like something, that's okay, we're all human. No. If you really want to be successful, then you need to get one thing in your mind straight. You are going to need to put every single bit of your energy into that goal. You're going to need to fight. There are going to be days where you don't feel like doing shit and you're still going to have to get up and move. Because those successful people who want to get somewhere, people like us, they don't give a shit about emotions, what other people tell them. They have their eyes on the prize and they keep working every single day to reach that. So let me ask you the question one more time. Have you done everything necessary today to become successful and to get you one step closer to being the person that you want to be?